This stuff right here is kind of stuff that your kid should be familiar with. Okay, they should be familiar with over and under situations. They should be familiar with throws, because if you know how to throw, you know how to defend the throw. It's really important. So I could throw some real ones at you that are fancy, and I could throw ones at you that is basic and easy to do. That's not as threatening. But a couple of different kind of throws that we want to work at is first we'll work from an over and under type situation where we get with our partners here. I'm working an over and under situation here, okay, where I'm able to move here. So what I want to do from here is I got a control of his lat and I got a control of his elbow right here, and I'm just going to be moving him. I want to be familiar with this situation. A lot of kids get in this situation here and they see it as a stalemate position. This is not a stalemate position. Okay, this is a position for me to score. Because if he sees a stalemate, he's gone. He's going for a ride. Okay, so around here, I'm just going to work on moving him. Okay, I'm going to pull with my right arm and I can circle him here. I'm pulling with my right arm and I'll circle. I'm going to take a step out with my outside foot and I'll pull with my right arm here and pull. Pushing in, step out, pull. Into him here, push, pull. Into him, and pull. Into him, and pull. Okay, another way also, I go into him, I switch my feet, and I pull. Into my overhook here. Moving around, pushing into him, moving, pull. Here. Able to move in different directions. Here, pulling, moving around. Moving around, being able to move them here. Also working on our pummels. Going back and forth here. Going fast, yes. Trying to fight for double underhooks. Beat me. Good. I gotta stop before it beat me. Over and under type of situations. And I feel like if you see me wrestle or a couple of other guys wrestle, they always ask me, Zach, did you do a lot of Greco or judo? I'm like, no. I just watched a video of a guy throwing a guy an inside trip, and I liked it, so I just started trying to do it. You know, so good people to watch for that. Kenny Monday's got a great throw. From there, Z, or heavyweight's got a great lace-like throw. Dallas Bailey. I watch a guy a lot named Adam Satia from Russia that did a lot of inside trips, where I picked up a lot of stuff from. Going into kind of our first move from here, I'll show you a series out of an over and under. I started my over and under here, and my first one I'm going to do is a foot sweep. Okay. I'm grabbing onto this lat here, and now what I do with this hand is I tuck it under here, okay? I tuck it under so I get a lift and a pull. So you can see that I start to turn my opponent's body. You see that? And I start to shift that weight to that other side of the foot. Okay, so when I'm in my stance here, I lift and I pull. That weight shifts. Now what I do is I take a little skip step here. I'm here, I'm lift, I pull, I take a little skip step, and I'm going to block here. So I'm here, I pull, I lift, I take a little skip step. I take them down from there. Here, I take a little skip step, I pull, lift, and I look over. I'm in that over and under, say I'm here battling here, and the guy drags me up with an underhook. I'm like, okay, let's go here then. Right here from this over elbow here. I'm pulling, step to his back. From there. You all watch foot sweeps? Watch Steve Mocco, he does it every match. Here, pull, lift this elbow from an over and under. This was real big when the clinch was in freestyle here. I started missing it, or I started feeling endangered. I come back and go right to there. Okay. So what my steps are, I step in, I'm pulling, and I twist them. I'm twisting them literally over my leg. I'm not really kicking his leg and tripping it. I'm twisting them over it. I twist them across my body. and down. So when I'm here, I lift, I pull here, twist. Rolling down to the mat there. Here, moving here. Now, especially if you have a left leg lead, I like that. Thanks, buddy. Right to his back. Let him fall, you land on top of him. Okay? Situation out of that. Say I miss my foot sweep, he hops over it. I'm kind of going here, he hops over it. I fake and come back to a front head. Right here. And from here, I got all different situations. Chasing the ankle down, running around. So that goes a part with it. Here, I lift on that elbow, hit a foot sweep. I'm about this whole front head. Right there. Now from here, I can go to the leg, can chase it down, and score my points from there. So from an over and under type situation, lifting, stepping and catching. He jumps over it. Right there. Looking. Now I got my front head. Maybe shift, move around. Different ways of stroking my front head. Okay, that's one. My over and under step situation there. Okay, underhook. This underhook helps a lot. If guys don't feel this, that's okay. You know, no one feels it. He's got a little bit of long lankiness to him. He's able to lift and pull on me. You know, I can feel he has it on me. Our other heavyweight, Austin Marsden, says, I can't really get a good hook on it, you know, with my own elbow, but I feel I can push it up. I'm like, okay, that's fine. I prefer this, but if he's doing that, okay, whatever kind of adjusts to you, okay? And a lot of times what he finds out of it is that front head from there. So,
are you pinching it also? Are you pinching it down, or are you lifting?
Here, I'm kind of like just lifting, because he's got his arm wrapped around my back, and they tend to just cling. So I'm kind of just lifting it up. And by lifting it up, it just helps him lower his head down here. And when I'm doing it, I'm pulling more this side here. See, right there. And I'm kind of on a little bit of a tangent, you know, but the way little kids learn this in judo, and this is what Steve Mako actually showed me. I'm like, how'd you get so good at my foot sweeps? He's like, I just drilled it a million times. And he was actually starting in judo. He's like, I'm like, well, how did you actually do it? He goes, we literally would grab hands like this as little kids, we walk backwards, and I would time the steps. And as I timed it, I would kick and lift. And literally, I would walk down the whole room just kicking and lifting that foot up. Another one I did was, they go sideways here, step 1, 2, 3, and you would catch it and trip there. But I like the little kind of walking one. That's why Steve was so good at foot sweep from a collar tie. He'd walk into guys and catch here, pull around. He'd do it from a collar tie. He'd pull up that head, and from his pressure of pushing in, guys would walk back or change lead legs. If say they were a right lead leg, or a right leg, and he'd push back and guys would change their lead leg, he'd catch him here and pull down, right across that head and catch his foot sweep. That's how he did most of his foot sweeps. Next one from that over and under situation is just going into my inside trip from there. Okay, everything kind of goes together. I might pull him this way, move here, okay? Now from my inside trip, I end up wrapping my arm a lot deeper, okay? I like to wrap it deep here. I like to sit here more rather than here. If I sit here, he can kind of back his hand out, back his hand straight out, or close to my leg and get out that way. I started feeling that when I was getting older. That's where my elbow, I was able to come up and control them here. As you get older, you kind of find different ways to wrestle easier. But and you actually do better sometimes. But so here I would wrap here, and now I would move him. I would take that side step here and move him. Now as I move them, okay, I'm setting myself back out. I'm setting myself up sideways here, kind of like as if I was riding a skateboard is what I use the example for little kids. So I turn them into my position of a side stance here. Now what I do from here is as I take like a crow hop step in baseball, and I bring that foot closer. Like I said in our stance, we need power off that leg. If I was gonna go for an inside trip from here, I'm lunging and I'm gonna fall backwards. And in high school, my whole freshman year, I did it a lot. I had to come back in a lot of matches. Sometimes I even got pinned, but I was like, you know, I'll get it now. Here, changing my foot, crow hop step right into it. So when I'm here, I'm wrestling, I move him here, I'm set. My chin is right on top of his chest, I'm wrapped deep with his hand, I take that crow hop step into it and through. Now here's the key part. From my head, it's on top of his shoulder, I'm gonna slide it down, trapping that side right to his back. Right there. I'm in that over and under, I'm moving him, maybe I'll take a shot here, I'm moving, boom. See that, just step, it's real quick. I move him here, I pull him sideways. As soon as that front foot touches, I'm ready to go with that back foot. And I'm gonna crow hop step right into it. Fergie, can you see that? I was gonna see if I need you a little closer.
I'm gonna leave blue right here, Bob.
I can show it on you if you want. So here, I'm moving here. You know, I'm agile, I'm moving here. I move, boom. See that? Keeping that on track and pulling it. Okay? Because if I was wrestling freestyle, I'm on 3. If I'm wrestling collegiate, I want 5 points. Possibly 10. I want to take him from the seat to his back. So here, as I'm wrestling, I'm moving him around here. I turn him, boom. I turn him, boom. Right to his back. Right there, holding on so he can't wiggle out.
Are you
Yeah.
throwing with the other arm or just
Yeah,
sagging your
actually,
hips? You just sagging your hips and driving it off that knee.
As I'm stepping in here, this is pulling, this is shrinking, and this hand's coming up. Okay, up and across. Kind of like I'm throwing a haymaker. Okay, trying to hit him almost with that chest. I actually, if you watch some of the great wrestlers that do inside trips, okay, sometimes my hand stays up here, and if it doesn't, sometimes I slide it down to his knee. But this hand always kind of stays high, because I'm trying to get that weight on that foot. So that's why I circle him this way, where that weight's on his foot. Now when I take that crow hop step here, this hand is coming up. Now if I slide and I miss, I grab right here on that thigh. Now I take him. Right to it. So here, I'm moving him. Right to the pin right there. So moving to my inside trip. To work crow hop step, I remember I showed this last year at the coach's clinic, you guys were here. I tried to do my inside trip. Some of it was finesse, some of it was straight power, like a double leg. And what I would do is, when I was in high school and I worked a lot in college, hard to find a partner to do it, because it hurts sometimes, but Nolan, you're lucky tonight. Just kind of stay in a square stance, kind of bend like this. Okay? I work on my distance and my crow hop step, even when we hit them hard. Some other guys work on double legs from here, boom. I work on my crow hop step where I'm out here and I'm able to cover that distance and jump into my inside trip. You know, that was one of my goals in high school and in college was like, I like to hit an inside trip with no contact. That's kind of, you know, those real square wrestlers. You know, and plus, the other thing too is when I step on the mat, I wanted the crowd to always remember, or always know that there's going to be an exciting match about to happen. You know, whether it's multiple takedowns, but you know, the teams that I was on, you know, Steve Mock was going to pin the guy, Chris Pendleton was going to get a major, Tyrone was most likely to maybe throw a guy, Johnny Thompson was probably going to snake a guy. How am I going to get my name in the newspaper tomorrow? I got to take this guy down about 15 times. You know, so. You know, it was a great competitiveness that we had between each other. It's not that we hated each other, we liked each other a lot, but we were battling to get our names in the paper the next day. So, you know, that was a good reason why we had good teams. But back to my kind of move here. Guys standing in a square stance, okay? Give me a little room. Just a little room right here. And I'm gonna work on my crow hop step. Get down. Get ready. Come hard. I'm gonna take my crow hop step a little bit. I'm gonna take a crow hop step here as I'm wrestling, kind of like a fighter. I'm here wrestling, or I'm here on my right foot. I switch here because I inside trip with my left leg. I'm gonna take a crow hop step and I'm gonna jump into it. Boom, boom. Right to it. Like just reaching out for it. Like power like a double leg. Here, I'm gonna jump into it. Get my back foot close. I can't do it from here. Too far. So I gotta get some power off that back foot. Like if I'm gonna throw it from the outfield to home plate, I better get some power on that back foot, that back arm. So I'm here, and I'm gonna jump to it, and my partner's being good. He's in a square stance, leaning his body here, so that I got my arms to go the right way. Underhook this side, overhook this side. Right here. Jump it in. And I did that a ton in high school. So sometimes when I was wrestling guys moving around, I'm like, dang, this guy's just a square stance guy. I started moving this way. Right to it. And it just came from trial and error. You know, I enjoyed watching, you know, it goes against the United States, and I learned to hate the Russians now, especially, you know, that we compete against them, but, you know, they're good. They're good. Sometimes you learn the best of them. You know, I asked John, I was like, there's any Russians that you ever watch, or who people? I like to watch Fasayev. You know, he was a big one. Kenny even said, even though he beat him, he's like, I like Fasayev. I like to watch him. Because he was a 9-time world champion, he was really good. Now, Sergey Beloglazov, if you want to see a guy that throws and hits like some great snapshots, go on YouTube. There's a whole clinic of him showing 2-on-1s, inside trips, Polishes. So, you know, even though I hate them, you learn from them a little bit because they're the best. Next one, kind of from there. So that's kind of inside trip series. Also, you know, there's a lot of different other ways to hit it, from an underhook. I mean, I literally could show you a 2-hour clinic on just inside trips. Next one though, but from that over and under situation. Simple, nice, easy throw from here that doesn't put you in too much danger. I started picking up when guys started knowing I had an inside trip from an over and under situation. Here, I would go into my lateral drop. And it wasn't so much a lateral drop, it was more like a whip. Okay, and it's just something I developed of just saying, like, you know, guys just kept keeping their hips back. And I had a great assistant coach in high school who was good at throws, and he showed me this, and then I started picking it up, and then it turned more into a whip, where I'm here in my over and under. Now this is the key, getting this arm wrapped. Okay, I can't throw by this, it's just too slippery. Just too slippery here. I wrap this arm tight. Now he's in a square stance. And this is what I loved. Watch the inside trip, watch the inside trip. Every time I got in here in college, I'm like, thanks, buddy. Because I'm going to pin you now. Watch the inside trip, watch the inside trip. And I'm not going to lie to you, sometimes I threw myself to my back, but I just did battle back from it. But, you know, it also wins the loss percentage. I pin more than a loss to it. So they say, watch the inside trip, that's good, that's fine. As I go inside trip, they're pulling their leg back. This leg plants, my other leg plants up. I look right over my shoulder, and I whip him right over this leg to his back. And as you see, when I put him to his back, how tight this arm is. That's everything. I can't do it from an elbow tie. Alex Daringer is actually picking up now pretty good. 57 pounder between him and Dallas, whoever is the starter. But I'm here. If I go in for an inside trip and I try to throw, I don't got no space. This guy's pulling me right to my back. You know, he's gonna lock up and throw me. So I get this arm wrapped deep. And if you want to see a good one, check out Kenny Monday on YouTube. He wrestles this Bulgarian. It's a real dim light match. It's where John actually wrestles Sergey Belgaz up there too. Might be throwing some names out, they sound foreign to you, and they are. But Kenny Money launched a guy like this, and he was known for it too. And I didn't know it. I was a guy from East Coast. I didn't know what the heck even Oklahoma was. Here at rack, inside trip, I miss, plant. Now I bring this other foot in, here, almost like I'm splitting his legs. Because I don't want to get here and try and throw. Okay? I'm actually splitting his legs. So when I go inside trip, he backs it out. Boom! Now I look over that shoulder and punch. Right there. Right into my throw. Catch him called like a lateral drop or a whip over. But the key to it is when I start to twist it, my leg actually kind of catches them and knocks them out. Knocks it out. It's not one of mostly these, kind of a back arch. When I step in here and I twist, you can see it catches kind of right at my knee, trying to stay up a little bit. Okay, bring your feet just a little closer, just so that you try and hold you here. When I pull and twist them, you see as I'm twisting them, he's going over that knee. Okay, and that's what knocks his legs out. Right there. Okay. And when I'm twisting, I'm looking over my left shoulder. I'm throwing my arm hard across. So if I'm here, I'm going inside trip, boom, right over. Here, and twist it. So I'm taking his upper body. If he was a little bit shorter, you can see I'm twisting his shoulders this way. And I'm taking him over. So I'm here, I'm looking around, I'm moving. They're like, watch the trip, watch the trip. Yeah, I'm going for a trip. He backs it out, boom. Here, twist. There. Squeeze it, hit him right there. Any questions with that at all? A real kind of simple one.
Do you fully commit to the
Oh, yeah.
inside out? You're going for it.
I kind of,
I mean, are you swinging for the fences, and when you miss it, you whip them? Or do you just
I kind of know I'm going to lateral drop.
You know before you go?
Yeah, I know before I go. I've seen Kenny just hit it straight flat out with it.
Well, he doesn't set it up on the inside.
No, he just goes in here and feel a guy backing up and he'll just go boom. You know, I kind of set it up sometimes when inside.
You'll about half skip it to
Yeah.
get him to move his leg.
Yeah, just moving them. Sometimes they just sit square back on you. Here, it's like, God dang, come on, man, wrestle, man. Here, thanks. Kenny will get it from there. Mine just started to develop because they were inside trip. I started catching onto it. And I would use that as a lead-in for this type of step. So that, so I would kind of know from the get-go, like, this guy's a little too far away from the inside trip, I'm probably going to be lateral here. So I literally kind of swing it to the position. Okay, so as I'm going inside trip, and throw it.
You did that same one from audio up right here?
Lateral drop?
Yeah, that same one.
Thing is, yes, yeah, I would go more Polish from there, just because I think you can, but you gotta get your hips in tight. When I start feeling you lock behind me, I'm like, oh boy, I better start getting out of there. You know.
When you say Polish, what do you mean?
Yeah,
You're
I'll show you
skipping his
that right
hip?
here. I'll show you that right here. From an over and under type situation. A Polish, I'm saying, is this. Same type of position this guy's wrestled me. If you were locked on me like that, Nolan, I would be looking for my Polish more. You know? And sometimes when you throw, you go straight to your back and then hit them over.
Yeah.
It works sometimes, you know? But I want to try and get that throw halfway through the air, you know, not where I land on my back. That's why I can't be afraid to throw my pecker into your hips. Because that closes the distance. Throws is all about closing distance.
When his hips are
Yeah.
separated from
Yeah,
his.
when you see when I throw and step in for my lateral drop, my hips are closing. My hips are closing into him. Boom. My hips are closing into him rather than and then go. You know, my hips are going in. So I literally step into him and go. Same thing what Kenny would do. He would boom and then here twist. Go. So I kind of like to get right about here. Sometimes when I do walk around them, I start feel like, oh, this guy's trying to throw me. I better start wrestling from here or something. And this is when you start to suck it up sometimes and get the throw. But also sometimes you suck it up and it goes your back from there, you know, and then I catch you kind of like two. So, next one, Polish from there. I don't know why they call it Polish. I mean, Polish people made it good. Like I said, the guy who started with Elvado is unbelievable at it. There's a lot of different situations to throw it from. Probably the best is from a 2-on-1. But I'll show you just from here. Okay, my chin's resting on his chest. I'm wrapped around here. I start to move him here. Same thing. Now, rather than going inside trip to the inside here, I step around. Now, here's the key. When I step around, a lot of coaches show you step around, squat, and then pump your hips. Okay, I don't prefer to do that. I actually had a chance to work with Sergey a little bit during 2004 when Jamil was at the Olympics. And what we want to do is, when I pull him around here and I step around here, I lift him straight up. And you see almost that my foot is literally straight. I actually pinch his leg in here. Okay? Now, I'm not looking to get too fancy. I can take him right to his back from there. As he starts going back, I can start to arch and throw. So when I'm here, I'm in that over-under position here. Boom! Fish traps him. So if he starts to try and pull his leg back, I just go. Right to it. Okay? So when I step around, it's here. When I step around, it's here. And it's trapped. Now as I start to follow my foot, my turn, and I throw him over. So an over and under position from here. I'm moving here. I step. See, almost I kind of stepped and slid it down. Right here. Right there. Rather than seeing guys go. Okay? You know, I'm most likely you're going to get caught on my back. So when you go to step around, don't throw me, but step around. You know, movement. Boom. Yeah. See how this leg's out? You see how? Yeah. See, when he steps around me, step around, keep that leg tight. If it's not tight, I'm able to come back out. So when you step around me, see how I'm able to push. And I'm kind of falling already.
You try to stay in the front of him or on the side of him?
A little on the side of him. I'm a little on the side. Right here. Here. I'm on the side. And I'm raising high with this arm. So now he's trapped. And what I was saying about trapping the leg is that if he steps around me, and he leaves this open, I'm out. And especially if he goes for a throw, he's getting caught on his back. So when you step around me, Nolan, get that arm wrap. Now get it deep here. Yeah, right there. Go to step around, like bring your heel. There you go. Okay, now that foot's trapped. Yeah.
So this foot is right here.
He also has kind of trapped it. Now it's raising. You see, feel me start going back. So I'm lifting them up as I'm going. And as I start feeling them go down, I pop my hips through to get a little bit of a crowd pleaser. But from here, I open under here. I'm open. Right there. And the same thing you can do from your double overs, Nolan. You're here. Step around, keep it tight. See how my foot's getting out. When you step, see how I'm tracking it?
Yeah.
And then I pull it out.
Take a bunch of baby steps. Once you get into that, you just keep walking your feet until he goes down.
Here,
Yeah.
and then pop my hips out. Pop my hips to get it. Once I have them, you'll feel it when you have them to go. And it's hard to explain. It's easier to see and feel it. Try it and do it. That's sometimes the thing with coach class. Maybe next year we'll have you guys bring your shoes and let you guys go out and try it. Here, you could also hit it from that over and under situation. I used to wrestle with Johnny Hendricks a lot, and if you watch Johnny Hendricks wrestle, he'd hit that single leg and come up to a seatbelt here and try to lift and throw you over. The only defense I had, I was like, I hope he goes to a bear hug, because if he goes to a bear hug, I can kind of wiggle him up and maybe get him. You know, so, you know, if he hits that shot, he comes up and he's reaching here, that's easy. Right here, boom. taking him right over to his back. I'm gonna double overs. So if you have me here, you step around. Yep, boom. You see how you got me trapped? Now you got me. Now all you gotta do is pop your hips and throw. We'll do it when you get a partner.
Show that just full speed a little bit.
Full speed,
A little
that
bit.
Polish,
Yeah, that one. Yeah, no, that
double
yeah.
overs,
Yeah.
double overs.
Yeah, I just want to see it all the way through. You don't have to like hit it hard, just want to see it all the way through.
Yeah, I mean, double over, say he hits a single leg, I'm here and he's fighting and he comes up to a bear hug, boom, stepping. Right to it. It's a good one. I mean, it's situations that your athletes should know. And that's why we have crash mats, so that guy wouldn't get hurt.
Yeah.
We work on throwing. Before the summer, working with Joe Smith, after every practice we did lateral drops, lace leg throws, all different kind of situations from there. Just to work his throws. And if you've seen him wrestle out of Fargo, he was really good when a guy got him in a single leg. It caught him in the finals a little bit, but it's also what made him get to the finals. So those are kind of situations from there. Any other kind of techniques? Yeah.
I find it safer to do like an arm spin off of that instead of
Arm
especially
spin.
for high school guys.
Yeah, arm
See if
spin
it-
was big too. And I anticipate with my arm spin that I'm not going to throw him over to his back, but I'm going to peek my head out in the middle. And that's part of that over-under situation here too, where a guy's really far back, I might not feel anything. I'm going to kind of drop this hand down and I'm going to go through. And I'm anticipating that I'm going to get here more
Right.
and actually throwing them. And actually get here.
Right.
You know, and really to tell you the truth, I want freestyle, collegiate, I might end up with no points. You know? So I anticipate that I'm gonna get caught down there and then work my way out. So to be able to work my way out, I'm here, I throw, I'm caught here, he's on his knees, I'm gonna walk my head out and come around.
Right.
Right there.
I just find that distance, you might as well
Yeah.
hit a spin.
And
Most
you'll have
guys
some-
are nervous getting their hips
Yeah.
up underneath them.
The greatest kids that I worked with were the kids that had no fear.
Right.
They had no fear of losing, or no fear of going for it. They're also some of the most exciting kids to work with. Because I was like, just let it hang. I don't care, you know? Let it hang out. You're 10 years old, 12 years old. I'm like, I lose now.
Yeah.
It's win later. Because you never know when you're going to hit it. So, like I said, yeah, for high school kids, if they don't feel it, but I wouldn't be surprised that if you show it to a kid, or you show it on video to a kid, they'd be like, man, I want to try and do that. Okay, let's, you know. And all of a sudden they'll be trying it in practice, and you might get it. I mean, that's how I started my inside trips. I was watching, I was in high school, I was a freshman in high school, and one of my assistant coaches had a film on Jesse Reyes. I don't know if you guys know Jesse Reyes. He used to wrestle for Cal State Bakersfield, was a coach at Purdue for a while, head coach. And he was an inside trip guy, and he had a lot of no contact. And when I saw him, I was like, man, I like that move. I want to try and do it. And I started hitting guys in practice, and they didn't know what the heck to do. And then I started watching Absentia do it from different ties. I was like, man, that's really cool stuff. You know, so a little uniqueness to your style. Coleman Scott showed a bunch of single legs, low singles. Don't let that guy down you. If he gets in a throwing situation, he can throw. You know, so it's always good to have in your arsenal. John, Coach Smith. You know, you think this guy has no throws. You know, I seen him hit a Metzger on a guy one day. If a Metzger, I don't know if you guys know a Metzger. It was actually at a Goodwill games. Goodwill games or a dual meet up in Portland. He got in a scramble with this guy, and he ended up going like this to the guy and throwing him to his back. I'm like, damn, John, where'd you learn that? I was like, oh, no, I never did it in my life. Just drilled it a couple times, and I just felt it. You see him wrestle Sarkisian go around the guy and throw a guy over his head. I'm like, geez. He's like, I'm not a thrower, but I at least know the situation. So I encourage you guys always to know that situation. Get some crash mats. A good time to learn is in the summertime. That's why, you know, I don't wrestle Greco, but I did wrestle Greco when I was like 8 years old. You know, just to kind of be, I never really liked it per se. It's not a knock on Greco, because they're tough guys too. But I was always a freestyle guy. And most of my stuff is off of freestyle stuff too. I use my legs to throw. So, you know, Greg, get him in Greco. let them feel it. You know, let them feel that situation. And then when they get into freestyle, they're able to throw still. What am I on time?
About 8 o'clock.
About 8 o'clock? Time session supposed to go to. I'll get you a little more. We got social tonight again too. You guys broke me last night. That guy over there, what is it? The hat. Where's my guy? Probably loaded last night.
He went home to take a nap.
Recovering.
He went to take a nap for later.
He's already at the social.
He hit the strip up after and everything. Go for it, buddy. I'll show you a little bit. So a lot of that stuff was from an over and under situation. One situation that I like to teach my guys also. You know, there's only so much inside control, elbow control you can teach, and it's great stuff. It's my go-to stuff, you know. But I love to work 2-on-1s. It's just always been a thing of mine that I always liked. And as I started getting older, I was able to adjust to it. It's a great control, and not many people know how to do it. And one simple way, this is getting real popular now when guys are in their stance, holding your hand in your face. Okay, getting real popular now. So what I like to do from here is I like to take my offense. So if Nolan's putting his hand in my face here, blocking here, I'm like, oh man, that's perfect. And get right to my 2-on-1. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take my hand right here to a baseball, kind of reverse baseball grip. I'm taking this hand to the inside right here. Just catch him right here, and I'm going to catch out to his wrist. Okay. Now from here, I catch, I pull it down here, across my face, and I go right into my 2-on-1 here. Right here is my tie. Right here. Right in up in the armpit. I keep my shoulder right on top of his chest. I keep my elbow close to my side here. Now, this hand is really just a hand that just holds. This hand is where you carry them. So what I have, like a lot of my guys do, is they'll feel they slip off and they'll be pulling from down here. I want to pull up here. So I work on pulling my guy around here. You know, control him. Here, pull him. Here. So that's why I want to explain that I get my hand up there. Now another thing what guys do, and it's great, and it pulls you right into you, is that when this guy puts his hand in my face and I start to pull, they tend to always take their hand back to their hip. And then when they do that, it actually pulls me right into my 2-on-1. Okay? Now for me, I have different sides of 2-on-1s. If I 2-on-1 this side, it's more my leg guys. If I 2-on-1 the other side, it's more my trips and throws. It's just how I developed as a kid. Great shot to come right off of this 2-on-1. He puts that hand in my face here, I take it. He pulls me in, I'm going right to my stinger leg here. Trapping. I can catch it as a snatch, or I can catch it as a sweep single, here. And really, I can take it right from the wrist. Here. Or here. Or from my 2-on-1. Here. He's holding me, right there. Okay. Now, a little bit of a key to that is that when I take that 2-on-1 off here, and I take my shot, whether it be a snatch or a single, I kind of pull this arm right across my neck right here. Okay, for some of you guys that can't see, right across my neck right here. I'm trapping them in, so when I take that shot, I'm pulling them in, I'm right at that leg, right here. Good, strong, and tight. Same thing if I took it off of the wrist. Here, I lead my head right into it. Now his elbow's at his side. I don't want to let it go, so if I do, he can push off of me and get his leg back. So here, he's pulling off my head here, right there. From here, I just translate my arm up here to here. Now I can drive into him, right here. I'm in my situation. Another one, he's posting on me, maybe I smack it off here. I'm here. I'm in this situation here. Going right here, blocking behind the foot, push in with my elbow here, roll him up, right into him. Or here. step behind him, push it up. Right to it. Right to my single leg, here. But this is a good control. You know, it's hard for him to get out of here. Okay?
Do you want your head on that side, or do you want your head on the other
I
side?
kind of keep it somewhere in between. A lot of guys have it here, and sometimes I think that takes away from some of my throws, some of my shots. I kind of keep it partial. You know, if he gets his head inside on me, that's still okay. I could, how I could get back to it is I shrug my shoulder off. You see, I pop him on my shoulder, and I get to about right here. Kind of where my head's kind of tucked in, it's a little bit on his temple, kind of with the side of my face. And I could drop. I could go here, finish.
If you post on your head, you just throw it up and down.
Yeah, here's another one. Here, what Nolan did to me here, he started posting here. I'm gonna take it here. Side step. Good to my double leg.
Can you keep that arm or just take it?
Can you just throw the whole Russian into it?
Little kids, yes. Bigger guys, no. Or as you get older, you'll see a lot of little kids do this, and it works. They post on them. Yeah, that works. I mean, I haven't even seen it in the 80s. I like that. I like posting it by also here. Here, or here. But yeah, I like that. Rotating the arm around it. Here is really busting up. Posting it. Oh yeah. Love all that stuff. Taking it off here. Kicking out of it. Right there. Be able to work my legs with my 2-on-1s. Foot sweep from there. I'm here. Going down from there. Now, like I said, that's kind of more on my shot side. Here, I take this off, he's circling. Here, working around. He posted on my head here. Going to my underhook. Snapping down. He comes up. Right to my high crotch. Just all different kind of situations of going off of that. But if he's posting on my head, I just keep shrugging off here. Moving, getting the angle. That's the biggest problem that guys have with 2-on-1s. If you have a guy that's really straight, hard forward, good hand fighter, like a Tyler Caldwell, working a lot of 2-on-1s with him, so we can get those angles. So we can get from here to hit single legs, to hit if the guy's posted on me to come back with a double leg. So it's a good way to help with getting angles. My other side, when guys come on me, say I'm hand fighting here, or say he collar ties me, here, I shrug my shoulders, here, to take the pressure off. A lot of things, and that's always good to know when you're in your hand fight, if a guy starts putting hands on you, shrug his shoulders, take the weight off. I keep a good long neck out for him, it's even more to pull on. But if I shrug it, I'm able to lift it off a little bit. I'm able to lift it off. Here. Shrug my shoulders up. Okay, so now come on with my left side. This is the side that I love. Because this is my pro side. He comes to me with my head here. I shrug, I start twisting his body. You see me twisting? Here. Whack it off, here. Turn it around here. I'm taking this hand here, pulling it off. Number one takedown from here. I can step behind him or step on the toe. I'm kind of like digging into the ground. Step, pull him down. That always helps me even just to get an angle. Say I catch this guy here, I help to get me around here. Okay? He stays up with me here. Okay? Same thing, I can go into my inside trip from here. I have this wrist right here. I go into my inside trip. A lot of times I finish up with my double leg from here. Right there. So if I'm wrestling, whether he's on my head or not, here, I'm wrestling. Here, move. Right in.
Throw hawk into that.
Yeah. Fall off right into that double leg. So I'm constantly staying alert. But you see how he kind of was pushed on my head? I used to step on that foot to get an angle. So I had to be pushed on my head. Here, I'm like, God, I'm having trouble getting it off. I'll take that side jump. Here, to get that angle. The more he circles in front of me, the easier it is. Here, he's in front of me here, come down to that. Get my 2. Here, I'm a little sideways on him here, here. Right into my inside trip, to my double leg. Another one, I can hold on to the wrist and take him to his back. Here, I take him here, I go inside trip, pull that hand over, right to his back. Another one, more freestyle-ish kind of move. Here I'm wrestling. I'm in here tight. Every time I'm in my stance, I say shrug with my shoulders because I lead a lot with my head. So he comes on me. I have an elbow tight, perfect. Right here. Boom, inside trip. Okay. Here. Right to his back. Double leg up. Is really great from it. Probably my favorite one, the best one from to it, is a Polish. So this is that guy, Balabazov, who was from Russia. He was really, really good at it. He'd be wrestling here, get his left leg lead here, he'll fake snatch here, boom. Boom. Right to it. So, when guys say like, do you have a background in judo? I'm like, no. Just saw guys do it, just want to try it. Looks like fun to watch. Looks like fun to do. Nolan's pretty good at throwing now. He's got a good lace leg throw. Here again, so at 2-on-1, I take it off. Here, I'm stepping here. Right to it. Catch it now. Right from that 2-on-1. And that's why it's good when guys post on your head. Because when you take this off here, they pull you right into it. They literally pull you right into it. That's what I love about this grip. Because guys are real big at this now. Get it. Just pull it right to me. No, that's right. You know, they're real big at this right now. No, get them away. Keep them away. Oh, perfect. Good. You know, you miss it, do your high crotch. Take that off, miss it, boom. No, I love that tie. I'm like, please put hands on me. I'm wrestling, thank you. Please put it. Thanks, buddy. I love it. Love putting hands on me. Especially if it's light. If you put hands on a guy, like Coleman said earlier, pop him. Pop him. You know, I don't lay soft hands here to defend him. I don't lay soft hands there. Because as soon as he starts to feel it, it's just a natural instinct to pull it back. Don't let go of it. Follow it right to your 2-on-1 or right to your single. Up or right to your 2-on-1. I'm here, I'm defending. Pull, boom. You got an angle, perfect. Keep that angle. You go right to your inside trip down, right?
Yeah.
You don't go right to your inside trip. You go, boom. Oh, crap. Yeah, it's not fun getting drilled out like that. So, that's why I love it, guys work that. But that's a great drill to work. Guys put hands in your face, pick it off. Get an angle, get an angle. Get that shoulder around the outside shoulder. Now I go this way. Can you do this side? Yeah. Angle. You know how bad this sucks? I don't like this. Like crap. Good. Guys covering the front head, ducking through a bear hug, like you just did. That's a great drill to do it, guys. They put hands on you, take it off. Correct. Okay, get off me. Other side. Now 2 hands. One hand on that. Maybe 3 your long hands. There you go. Yeah. That wears people out. Okay? All about angles on my stance. Here. Take it out. Go to your single leg. Good. Go to your single leg on this side. Good. Come on, your shoulder. Good. So, that kind of drilling right there. Taking those 2-on-1s off. So, a couple Polish, inside trip from 2-on-1s. So, anything else that you guys?
Can you demonstrate your inside trip from your shot side? You like kick the foot out and then kick to the begin.
Okay, yeah. We're starting to do a lot more.
That was a little quick.
Funkier stuff with our guys. And it's funny, it's starting to work now a lot. It's starting to really work, keeping guys all balanced. If I show you this one, I'll show you what Coleman's been kind of doing it. It's been around, it just hasn't been done. So here, I got a 2-on-1 here. I kind of got to kick out this leg here, and I step behind here, and I push him over it. And that's also a 2-on-1 type of defense too. If he's got a 2-on-1 on me, here, I kind of kick it out and move him to get my own too. So what I'm doing is basically kicking out that forward leg and stepping behind a triple for a 2-on-1. I do it better maybe on this side. Here, I kick, catch. Here, you see how I kind of take that back step here, get it a little closer, boom, boom. Here, pushing with my elbow, catch it. It's hard to do strokes in slow motion sometimes. But like I said, there's guys are catching on some other things. I don't know if did Coleman show you this today when guys are left leg leads on them, how to spread them where he's popping them and faking out that leg there. They show you that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
This stuff's good. Or if it's a right leg lead, I'm here, just faking on them. You know, they're keeping guys all balanced, especially left leg leads. We wrestle a lot of left leg leads and here. It started off really as a camp move. I'd go up to little kids and grab their wrist, and he'll be in their stance, and I'll go like this, and I'll lift him, pull his wrist down, and throw him over that way. And then what happened was we had a guy from Russia at Blair, and he would do it to us when we were wrestling. I'm like, how the heck you do that? He's like, oh, I just started, messing around with little kids, throw them on their heads. He's like, there's a guy in Russia, he has a whole offense off of it. They'll control wrists from here, and they'll just go, oh, and just pull you up. That's why it reminded me of when I was grabbing controls on him, of a little inside triple what guys did here. If I'm here wrestling with guys and they have like a little bit of weight on there, I'll step in and kick this foot out and circle them around. And I wouldn't be too surprised if you see it from our heavyweight this year. Now, if I'm in here wrestling, here, I'm backing up. I'm like, man, he's got me elbows tight. So I'm just kicking out that foot, moving them. But, little stuff like that makes wrestling more enjoyable sometimes. Being able to work kind of different situations makes it a little bit more enjoyable to do when you come to practice, stuff like that. It's not always fun all the time, but, it's like they say about work. If you enjoy your job, you enjoy going to it. If you hate it, it's miserable. So you got to enjoy wrestling. Even though it's work, even though it's tough, you got to find ways to enjoy it. And for me, it was finding different ways of wrestling, finding different techniques, different stuff to do, always learning. Like Coleman Scott, now he didn't wrestle the way he wrestled this year. He didn't wrestle like that last year. He was basically really easy to scout. He's coming with a double leg. If he gets a hold of this right elbow, he's going duck. Then all of a sudden he started learning to use his hands, and all of a sudden this guy's pulling, picking, low singling, double legging, inside reaching there, doing all different stuff now once you start learning your kind of movement and stance. And I think really because he started finding a new offense, he really started to enjoy himself and enjoy practices and not doing the same thing every day, and ended up taking him to an Olympic bronze medalist. And God knows, who knows from there where it's gonna take them. You know, once you have that confidence, it's hard to beat you, especially. So, any questions that you guys might have? Other thing, kind of personal, I'm not sure if I'm gonna see you tomorrow. Coach Smith's gonna be doing a lot tomorrow with you guys. He got into, I'm done with it. Got into a little bit of a jab tonight.